Andrew, it's a pleasure to have you in today to talk about residential. I'd really like to hear you reflect on your role on the GBCA board and really how Stockland and yourself have really leaned in to partner with us on the home strategy.
Yeah, great, and thanks for inviting me in today. We are Australia's largest residential developer, and I think it's incredibly important for us to lead in the home space. And that's why we're so excited about working with the GBCA on this home strategy. And there's never been a more important time to be launching this. We've all been spending so much more time within our houses over the past couple of months, and we understand the importance of them being highly livable, comfortable, low energy environments that add to our health and well-being. And this strategy is going to set us on a pathway and really going to set the way and catch up with consumer trends which have been changing so rapidly.
And so when we talk about the pillars of the strategy, we've got net zero, comfortable and resilient, but I'd really like to lean into net zero. Why do you think that this is important for this strategy? Yeah,
so within the built environment, we know that over 50% of emissions comes from residential dwellings. So we need to address this if we're going to achieve our goals of reaching net zero. And this is clearly the hardest part of the whole equation. We know that it's quite a fragmented supply chain. We know that customer preferences are changing and evolving. But I think this home strategy goes a long way to setting out that pathway to achieve that goal, and does make it attainable.
Now, you and I have spent a lot of time talking about the different challenges in the residential space, how we sort of unpack some of that complexity and make it accessible. What are some of your thoughts in that space?
We're seeing customer preferences really change and accelerate post-COVID. If you look at some of the simple things, people are now going to work from home more, obviously. So is the home set up to do that? Energy usage, when they're in their home more, is it a low energy environment? Is it a resilient environment? Is it a healthy environment? People are going to be so much more concerned about this. I think it's going to go from a nice to have to a must have. And I think the consumer's going to lead this change.
And that's why, it's really important that when they're asking for this, we can really give them something consistent in that space. So what do you think the home of the future could look like, and how does that meet that sort of customer experience that you were referencing?
Oh, listen, the home of the future is going to be a healthier environment. It's going to be comfortable for people to live in. There's going to be various spaces where they can do different things and people can coexist together, and it's going to give you great access to open space as well. Bring the outside in, take the inside out. They're going to be very important elements for how we live into the future.
And I love that description. Too long, the house of the future has been about what cables or wires we're going to add, not inherently about the home. Look, thank you, Andrew, so much. They're really clear insights as we look to take this residential strategy forward. Thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure. Thanks for your leadership.